In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here, Hold My Earrings. My name's Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway, and I play Miali, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian fighter.
Laura?
Hello, I'm Laura from Germany, and I play Byleth, a tiefling wizard.
Daria?
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
Sophie?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales, and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
And Ida?
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm from Sweden, and I play Lilith, the wood elf cleric.
Excellent. All right. Take it away.
All right. So we wake up. Our slumber is disturbed by the drow reporting that they hear music. So we check it out, and Lilith is able to listen to it, and it sounds pretty catchy. Not very usual for this moldy and haunting environment. So Cracker tries to communicate with the person or thing that does the music, and does a little performance with her axe against the wall. It doesn't sound as good as she imagined, however, it is loud enough for them to hear. And the music stops, and a hidden door opens, and a dwarf comes out with a little piggy. As he sees the drow, he gets into the fighting stage. He asks who gave the signal, and he screams, "We're being invaded! Sound the alarm!" Uh, we, we tell them we released the drow, and they're with us, and they're obviously infected, so evil things become kind of nice, I guess. So, yeah. And then he slowly starts to recognize some of us as the heroes of Gauntlegrim. Yay, we finally came! King Brunor sent a call to us from a wizard, but we never got the call, so that's weird. But we're here now, and we slowly start to know what happened, because after Megara's escape, everything went downhill. Black mold started spreading, the water system broke, and the whole place started getting infected. There is just the inner keep left that might be still clean. Among them, King Brunor, and it is usually the last resort to be. And they have some magic to clean up, but the air and the water in this place is the real problem. So we decide to check out the inner keep. The drow are a bit weird with the dwarf, and they have some but in the end they're fine for now. And the dwarf's named Puck, and his pig is named Theodore, and he's the king's newly appointed jester. So cool. There are lots of passages, but we take the one that looks kind of haunted, and a bit spooky. It is a tunnel, and We find out that it is partly caved out of lava originally, so there could be something fiery at the end of this. We send our familiars first, and then we go in ourselves, and we eventually land in a big hall, something like that, like a chamber, and we do feel some very strange energy. We can't place it. However, one of us can. Merely thinks, this feels similar to the place we met Asmodeus in. Yeah, so very sinister. Puck didn't even know this place existed. There's some statues that have been defaced and some tunnels that we could use. So we look through one and we see a big statue of a horned man. Huh, who might that be? um, and it is made out of marble. The weird thing is that the dwarves normally don't even have or use marble, so it is really not made by the dwarves. And yeah, so we go in and see what it's all about. And that's where we left off.
Well done, Laura.
Period.
Well done, and thank you for the sound effects. Very nice. Yes, point of inspiration to both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, feeling generous today. Either that or you'll need it. Uh-oh. All right, so you are in this enormous cavern. It's obviously been carved, and there is a fairly large statue in front of you, as well as some central gathering spots, some large staircases that seem to lead up and away on either side, flanking the statue. There's also another smaller staircase off to the right of you as you come in. It seems to be heading down. The air is filled with a mix of odd scents. On the one hand, there's an underlying smell. It's a bit oily and sulfurous, and you feel like it smells similar to the mine area around the Great Forge, which you all been through before. On the other hand, there's clearly some sort of a environmental effect here. There's a smell of sweet seasoning and scents wafting through the air. Apple, some nutmeg, some saffron, sweet flowers. It's a bit overpowering almost. Unlike the previous rooms you were in, the main entrance area, and also the imposing gateway, this section doesn't seem dusty. And although there are some bits of broken rock and stalactites that have obviously collapsed from the ceiling, for the most part, it's very, very tidy. What are you all doing?
Well, this looks very ominous. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Is that what you do? You just go, hello?
Yeah, and call it hello.
You
But I'm not doing my own echo.
Hey, cool echo. Wow.
Is anyone there? There. Okay, yeah, go ahead and, well, we can call it a performance check or something else if you'd like. Constitution, maybe?
Performance.
You want to do
Constitution.
well, because if you're shouting, right? You're trying to project very loudly.
Oh, Sure, I'll do Constitution, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. What did I get? 7.
Your days as an opera singer are not quite here yet.
Damn.
Yes, you do hear a slight echo, and then you hear what sounds a bit like metal.
Like heavy metal or?
like early 80s.
We had music last session. What if there's like more band people hiding somewhere?
So musical.
More Stairway
This
to Heaven and
stage.
less Anthrax.
So I hear the material metal.
You hear the sound of metal, and then it sounds a bit like it's clanking against stone.
Oh.
Please, Charlotte, don't do that again.
Okay, I'm sorry. Doesn't that sound like a dwarf mining or something, though?
From what direction is it coming? Can we?
It's coming
Assume.
from the stairwell to your right, to the lower right-hand side. And then there's also what sounds like someone speaking, but it's very far off, and there is a mix of environmental sounds, just like a minor bit of crackling of flame coming from the gigantic brazier in the middle of the cavern, as well as a bit of an echo and reverberation going throughout the chamber. So you can't quite make it out.
Can you draw on the map where the sun is coming from again? Please?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's so
Thank
you're all here in the middle, lower middle. Did I move something?
Yeah, I think so.
Oops. Sorry. Don't know how that happened. That's what happens when you leave someone who's obviously incompetent in charge. So you're here, and the sound is coming from. Let me use the arrow. That might be easier. It's coming from over
Oh,
here.
okay.
Okay. And the sounds of what you think might be voices are coming from all the way at the top of the stairs on the opposite side. So over there.
Okay.
Okay.
So that metal clanging is like behind the corner? This corner?
Yeah.
Or something?
Well, you don't know for sure exactly where it is, but certainly it's not coming from up there. It's not coming from up there. It's not coming from this side. It seems to be somewhere here, and presumably it's coming from below you, but you're not 100% certain.
Okay.
Although you could do a perception check if you wanted to be more precise about it.
Charlotte's not particularly perceptive.
You've got a couple of elves. I mean, they've got those big pointy ears.
Can I listen a little bit closely to see if I can hear where the sounds are coming from?
Sure. Shall we have a perception roll?
21.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah. Well, you definitely think it's coming from the stairs below you. As far as you know, there's something down there clanking around.
We could also send our familiars first. Let them check it out.
Yes, you could certainly do that.
Oh, but I don't want to endanger Hattie.
Well, they're not. It doesn't matter.
What?
Come on, say
We're
it.
not actually alive.
Just say it.
I'm gonna cover Hattie's ears.
Oh my god.
Let
Extra
you be so
helping of
callous.
Sure.
extra helping of poop in your hat in the morning.
Don't listen to her,
Oh.
Hattie.
I give you permission to order Hattie to poop in Violet's. Maybe her yogurt. Oh, that would really hurt. Yeah.
Just pretend they're like raisins.
I'd send an extra spray roll
Oh,
with a
I added some
fireball.
raisins to your yogurt, by the
oh, raisins. Oh.
from the spirit realm or whatever.
I don't like raisins in my yogurt.
Especially when they're poop raisins.
Yeah. Hmm. I mean, we don't know where we should go, right? Puck, you don't know either? Because you never been here?
Yeah, that's right. I have no idea where we are.
That's great.
Can you use your
I think
dwarf sense to try and find out what direction we are supposed to go in? Don't you have some kind of a stone sense something?
And he slaps his knee and gives Theodore a little squeeze, and Theodore goes, "Ah!" Says, "Why, gosh darn it, you're absolutely right. I can absolutely tell." And then he closes his eyes, puts his fingers to his index and middle finger on each hand to his temple, letting Theodore dangle, and starts. You think he's about to concentrate and do like a Jedi mind trick, but actually just goes. And then he kneels down, licks the floor. I think we're near the mines. Now, the mines are a little bit confusing because you know how mines are. You got to follow the ore, right? So sometimes you go deeper, sometimes you go shallower, sometimes you go left, sometimes you go right. I'm pretty sure the throne room should be above us, but whether or not there's a direct route isn't absolutely clear. The throne room and most of the city, frankly, is what's in what we call the Iron Tabernacle. It's a very fancy sounding name. It sounds like a church, and it is a bit of a church, really, but it's actually a miniature city. It's got multiple temples in there, temples to Moradin, all the gods. It's also got pubs, and he sort of points and winks at Cracker. It's got the palace itself, and of course, it's got the entrance to the Great Forge. Now, if we were going to go down into the mines, we would almost certainly get to the Great Forge because everything's connected to the Great Forge in the mine area. Because that's ultimately where most of the ore that gets mined goes. That's the whole point. If we tried to find a way from here directly to the throne room, I can't guarantee there is a direct route. But if we did head up, we would certainly get closer. So I don't know if y'all could do something like stone shape or pass through stone. I know some of those spells can work to create passages or get people from one point to another point through the earth. Then we would certainly shorten our travel time. I think you surface folks have a phrase: the shortest distance between 2 points as an albatross flies, or something like that.
Did you guys get any of that?
Do you say this in front of him?
I'll whisper it.
have stone shape. Heh. So
Why are you saying why are you saying it like that?
because I thought very long about taking it, but then I didn't. I
Oh, okay.
was like, stony
I
area.
know
You'll never
that.
need it in the Underdark.
Yeah.
The probability of
Well.
needing it in the Underdark is practically zero.
If I don't, if I'm not mistaken, I think that the Lin has a scroll of stone shape.
Mm.
But
Oh.
Then I could even copy that.
you could. I don't remember if did I give it to Lilith? Or didn't
No,
I? No, okay.
because it didn't make sense for me to have it.
Yep, still in the bag. Scroll of shape stone. So I guess that's stone shape.
Mhm.
So you can have that if you want to.
I would love to. Thank you. I mean, I still need like 8 hours to copy it, but well, when I find the
Right.
time. I'm not
I
as
can
cool as
copy it quicker.
Charlotte.
Can you cast it though?
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a level
fourth.
4 spell.
Oh
Yeah.
no. No.
It's good. I'm just gonna note that I've given it to Bowels.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Go.
If we get to the Great Forge or the mining area when we go downstairs and that is connected to the Great Forge and that is connected to, where we need to go, then I think that would make more sense than to hope that there might be something where we could go through if we go up,
Yeah,
you know?
it's a gamble going up,
Mm-hmm.
but we also might use a lot more time to go through the mines.
True.
But I'm gonna send Rua just over here where I can still see through his eyes and just
Mhm.
look down to see.
Okay. Do you want to give me a perception check for Rua?
Of course I can.
Or are you going to do it yourself?
Well, it's through his eyes. I don't know if we're going to use his perception check or mine.
Well, that's the key. So if you're going to look through his eyes, then I guess it's your perception.
Yep.
If you're going to let him do it first, then you can use his perception.
To be honest, I think it's same, but yeah, it's the same. 13.
Okay. There is a little bit of smoke coming from down there, as opposed to mist. This is a very dry environment. Rua sees what looks like a creature. Well, you see through Rua's eyes what looks like a creature hunched over and squatting down. It's a humanoid. It has sort of greenish gray skin. It seems to not be wearing any clothing except for some ripped shorts or trousers or a skirt, and there is a chain that's dangling on the floor. You don't see where the chain is connected because of the posture of the creature, the humanoid. Presumably, it's around the neck because you can't see it around the waist. It's not attached to the hands necessarily, but it might be attached to the hands. And it seems to be trying to lift something as it's squatting down. can you roll a d20 for the creature?
Sure. 8.
All right. And Rua's naturally stealthy, right?
Well, he does have some pluses to stealth, I think. Yeah, stealth +3.
Yep. So we'll say it's sort of the equivalent of a passive stealth. The creature doesn't seem to notice you, or Rua rather.
Okay, I'm going to tell Rua to come back. And I'm going to whisper what I saw to the others.
Okay.
Should we kill it? Or see what it is first, maybe?
Just kill it.
Yeah,
I go for the killing.
What's the worst that could happen?
it's probably not friendly. Being grayish, hunched
Yeah.
over, in
You
chains.
said, yeah, you said there was a chain. I don't know. We don't know where that leads to.
Oh. I'm gonna look at the dwarf and just do you know what kind of creature this can be? In the Underdark?
I mean, it's the Underdog, so it could be gray, could be a duergar, green, maybe a sick duergar. Let me rack my head. Cracker, you give me a beat. Maybe that'll help me.
Cracker taps her. Well, no, that would be bad. Cracker very quietly beatboxes. Boom, boom, like that.
Okay. Go ahead, Yvonne, and roll for Pug's history check.
No.
Nice job there, Yvonne.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not an elf. Could be an orc. There are dragonborn that are green. I've heard that. I mean, it could be a very, very sick halfling. Hobgoblins can be a little green. Orcs are green. Orcs are definitely green. I have seen a green orc for sure. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Lizard men, definitely green. Definitely green. But they have big tails. You didn't see a tail, did you?
No, I think I would have noticed if I saw tail.
Yeah, probably not a lizard man. Yeah. There's some snake people that have green colors sometimes.
They also have tails.
Oh, right. Okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you're a snake, you're basically all tail, ain't you?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Can you imagine scratching your butt on that thing? Ooh, that must take a month. I just don't know. I just don't know. It's probably not a cobalt. Now, cobalts can be a little green depending on what shade of dragon they favor, but they tend to be more orange, burnt orange, reddish, yellow. Um, I mean, it could be a moldy human.
Sure. You can also just say that you don't know.
Well, there's no need to be rude about it. I was doing my best. I mean, Cracker
Yeah,
didn't really help out with that kind. I just don't, Theodore. I have to say, I did not realize that so-called heroes of Gauntlegrim were so rude. Did you know that, Theodore?
I'm
Oink
not a
oink
hero, Gauntlegrim.
oink oink oink. Yeah, Theodore agrees. That is just not very nice. And he turns his nose away from you, folds his arms across his chest, lifts his chin, closes his eyes, in the universal sign of disdain and displeasure.
Sensitive. Should
I
we?
am an artiste.
Of course you are. Should we just move on? We can't stay here forever.
Should we head up or should we try to find our way through the mines and try to get to the forge?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because going through the mines we might use a very long time to get to the forge. But going up, we might not even get to the throne room at all. So the safest is to go down, but that's also kind of, we might not have that much time. Do we see that?
Yes. I'm wondering when you're going to start saying something.
I'm just
Who's
gonna
that?
point.
Oh no. He's bald. I'm scared. I was bald once. Not anymore. I grew hair. And horns.
Oh my God, Laura, you're so biased. Laura hates anybody who's ugly or bald, apparently. Jesus Christ.
Very discriminatory.
Quite. And
She
that's
doesn't
coming
hate
from
them.
Sophie, who's like a bit of a racist.
She's just afraid of
It's
them.
just
It's different.
shocked. Hmm.
It's not like Violet's running around with like a full head, like a full mane of hair. Oh, I guess technically she is. I guess technically
Well,
she is.
some
She's
of it
got
gets
she has
scratched
a little
off though.
she has a little too
But
much
it's
hair,
okay.
actually. Yeah.
Oh, we all have such beautiful hair. So yeah. I pity him, maybe.
This fellow speaks in dwarvish, and says, "What are you doing here?"
I'm going to answer. We are looking for a way to a throne room in Dwarvish.
I see. Well, this is the gateway to the throne of the greatest god.
He's saying.
What?
What's he saying?
No.
I'm
Well,
gonna translate to Charlotte.
Oh, goodness. Another one of these cults.
and then he looks at Charlotte and says, "Oh, you all speak common. You're from the surface, aren't you?"
Who's asking?
He looks a little bit stunned by this and a bit confused. Kind of turns his head slightly, looks in different directions with his eyes, and then goes back to Zanice, who is the person who engaged with him initially. Is she simple?
Yes.
You're lucky Charlotte can't understand what you're saying.
And he nods his head sagely in understanding. I see. It is not unusual for offerings to be made of the undesirables. We accept them, although our preference is for someone who is not damaged. But we'll find a place for her.
But we also need to go to the throne room of Gontulgrim. Do you know the way?
The throne room of Gauntlgrim. And why would you need to go there?
We have a business with King Brunor there.
And when you say King Brunor, his face twists momentarily. It's a bit of a mix between a sneer and what appears almost painful. Are you allies then of the so-called king of the dwarves?
Not really.
Trying to walk that one back. And why would you have business with him?
Just, you can say it's an old favor.
King owes you a favor.
Yes.
Well, hmm. I will ask my brothers and sisters. So, aside from this simple-minded one, what else have you brought as an offering?
Is he speaking common now or Dwarvish?
He's speaking Dwarvish because he's engaging with Zanice, but if you want to speak common with him, you can.
That's okay.
I look at Lilith.
I'm just translating to the group. Not
And
to.
if you keep translating word for word, he'll switch to common since it's obvious it doesn't really matter to him.
When he says if we brought, when he asked if we brought some other sacrifice, I'm just gonna kind of eye the drow. Just
Mm.
look at him, look at the drow, look at him, look at the drow.
Get Yankee 2.0.
Yeah.
Mullen Haran 3.0. He'll look at the drow as well. No, they're contaminated with mold.
Mm.
Offerings must be untainted.
Well, I feel like we have done, well, we have given a lot of things to your god already.
You?
Yes.
Are you followers?
Well, not exactly, but we kind of, we're helping him recruit in Neverwinter.
Really?
Yes.
And you sense his piercing eyes trying to discern whether or not you're telling the truth. Of course, you are telling the truth according to your understanding of it. There might be some argument as to whether or not you actually did the recruiting or
Well,
sort
we
of
hired someone who paid for it.
technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. Um, hmm. I sense you may be telling the truth. Fine. We'll take the simpleton, and that will be sufficient.
Well, who are you talking about? I didn't kind of catch that. I don't think Lilith translated that.
No, I wouldn't have done that.
Charlotte just standing there blankly.
What?
Well done.
Wow, she's simple.
Well done, Sophie.
I'm so simple.
I
I'm gonna
only have a
elbow
17
Sunise.
intelligence. Mind Flayer walks right past you and heads straight towards Byleth. Um, so you elbow
Sunise.
Zanice. Okay.
Yeah.
What? I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm gonna be like, "Mm, you kind of offered Charlotte to him in Dwarvish.
I don't remember that.
You need to fix this."
Yeah, I'm gonna say to him in Dwarvish, she's actually kinda needed now. We will get back to you when we done with Gontalgrim, okay?
He looks at you completely, almost surprised by the sheer effrontery of it. No, not okay.
Do you look angry?
Does he look angry?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. What are you
Not,
guys saying to him? He looks
I
really
wouldn't,
angry now.
I wouldn't say pleased. Yeah.
Is he going to take us to Gontalgrim?
Well, Sunise might have him. Yeah. I don't even know how to say it. What did you do, Sunise?
I offered
Yeah.
you as a sacrifice.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
What? Do I look like a lamb to you?
I just look at her with my eyebrow raised up.
Okay, don't answer that.
Frenemies.
Well, I think he's clearly deranged. I think we should just take him out.
But wasn't he talking about his brothers and sisters?
He did.
Um,
Then let's get him before they come.
yeah, maybe.
And then we can have Cracker interrogate him. We'll tie him up. And she can rub his armpit in his face or something until he tells us where Gorton Grim is.
Although that might work. I kind of worry that making an enemy of Asmodeus might be a bad move.
Do you see Asmodeus anywhere?
I didn't see him right away in the other place either.
Well, Asmodeus has kind of already turned us all down. We weren't good enough for him. So I don't think he would want us now either. There's a reason we had to recruit in the winter.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't we just tell him we already have a deal with Asmodeus? He should just let us pass because we already have that deal. We're already in contract with him in some way.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pick up the Asmodeus medallion that are in Daline's backpack. Just to kind of emphasize our point. Let's tell him that.
So you pull out this holy symbol of Asmodeus that you're carrying around in your backpack.
Not my backpack. I'm not gonna kind of show him that I'm taking it out, but I'm just gonna take it out. Just if he needs a little bit more persuading.
Okay, so describe to me, if you would, Henrietta, how Mealy does this presentation of this symbol.
I'm not gonna present it to him yet. We are going to go and talk to him and tell him that we are already in contract with Asmodeus. We're not, and we're also going to say that he didn't want us last time, so I don't think he wants us now either, because our souls are kind of dedicated to another god.
The souls are a separate matter. We're happy to take converts, but this is also a temple, and it requires maintenance. And as with all temples, offerings are an important part of maintaining it. You've asked for assistance. You've violated our sanctuary without invitation. A sacrifice, an offering, is required. None who pass through the gates may do so uninvited, without an offering.
Then you should really set up a sign, a warning.
I've got some black dragon liver chips. Is that good enough?
Are you guys trying to insult him, or?
I just know that some temples they like food. I don't know.
I've got a couple of moldy butterscotch in my pocket.
They're warm.
Warm? Ew. Why are they warm?
In your pocket.
Ew, gross. I don't know what these black dragon liver chips are, but that sounds incredibly insufficient. The temple requires slaves for maintenance.
I'm
We'll
gonna
find
look at the
use
draw
for
again.
her.
3
Do the
right there.
drow notice you Let's
I don't know.
see.
I'm behind them.
Go
They're
ahead. Well,
wonderfully helpful.
they're watching
Yeah.
you guys having this conversation, so they're not just going to stand there looking straight at him and not looking at you. I think we should have Henrietta, Laura, and Daria roll a d20 each. Okay. I was going to apply a penalty because they are a little bit loopy as a result of their current condition. Apparently, the dice gods again read our minds and decided to do that for us. However, one of them does notice the interaction. Hey, wait a minute. And she says, no, we're not offerings. Plus, as you already said, you don't want anyone tainted. Are we tainted? I don't think we're tainted. I feel like I'm pretty clean. But in any case, no, Loth would not accept that. And we are priestesses of Loth. And the duergar says, another reason why it would be insufficient. Too much spirit. We don't need your souls. We just need your manual labor. If you convert later, that's fine. But ultimately, we need workers as much as we need followers, perhaps more so.
Well, we're not gonna give you Charlotte.
Is Charlotte sweating yet, Sophie, or?
No, she looks smug.
Isn't that just her resting face, though?
She look extra smug now.
Extra smug?
Yeah.
With a dollop of haughtiness on top?
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, how about we just let you know that once we solve this other problem, we might be able to find some servants for you.
Well, I suppose we'll take you all. And you realize now that they must have been invisible. Because apparently they can do that. Let's have initiative.
I knew we should have killed him when we had the chance.
They were still here.
Yeah.
The whole time?
They're all along.
Sneaky little buggers. Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to put them sort of an average. So there are quite a few of them. Just give you a quick view of them all. There seem to be three. Well, you think they're females. They're not quite male looking, but then there are three that definitely look like male dwarves. And then, of course, you've already met the other fellow. Okay. Oh no, earthquake. I will move the non-combatants. As soon as the fight breaks out, Pug and the drow run off and start cowering. Lilith.
Yes. Is there a way to walk or like in front of this statue or?
Yes. This collapsed statue has space between that and this bit of rubble.
Then I'm gonna move over here because I don't want to be in a too close to everyone.
Smart.
Yes. And then I'm gonna cast my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Just see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Was why didn't it say how long?
What?
How far? 60 feet.
50 feet?
60
Oh,
feet from
oh,
me.
you mean the spell?
Yeah.
So one thing you can do is you can press that spell description bit, and then it'll bring up the rest of it.
Oh, okay.
But I agree with you that they don't do a very good job of including all the relevant information.
I'm gonna
Okay.
attack this one
All right.
with it. So it was a 14. So
Yeah, he's got a bit of armor on, so that's not quite going to get through.
okay. I'm gonna use my sacred flame on the same one.
Okay. Okay, so that's going to land. Well done. Oops, sorry. Looks. He definitely looks like he got hurt, but he's still standing. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Zanice.
I'm going to cast. Not this. I'm going to cast magic missile at the one that was hit by Lilith.
Mm-hmm. That was hit by Lilith, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's 12, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, a lot of damage. Okay. uh, yeah, it looks bloodied.
And that's it.
Okay. Lilith.
Um, I want to haste Cracker. Be hasted.
Okay.
And then is this cover if I move like behind here?
You can
This thing.
sort of, yeah, you can sort of do a little path around it.
So 1 to here. Okay, cool. And that's it for me. But for Ivy, I'd like to get her to safety so that she doesn't hate me, maybe. And make her fly to here.
Okay. shall we do like a little? Uh, is that something she can do?
Shh.
60 feet.
Yeah, she can go 60 feet.
Okay. Just have to fly around it. Okay.
Mhm.
Neely.
Yes. I am going to activate my blade song,
Huh.
as I usually do. And then I am going to, let's see, I need to measure. So 30, 40 feet. So I'm going to move over there. And I am going to do a firebolt at this guy. 18.
Sorry, which one did you say you were attacking?
The one that's already hurt.
Injured. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18 will hit. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Ruva fly a little bit off to the side.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Mm. I guess they'll run up to Charlotte and Zanice. Okay, so these three are close enough to actually attack Zanice. Let's see. Let's have 3 attacks with advantage each. Sophie, Ida, and Henrietta on Zanice.
Oof.
Ooh, okay. And what's Zanice's armor class again?
11.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
Uh,
shield.
Okay. So the 2 of them look like they were going to land, but your shield manages to stop them. The third one obviously gets through with a crit, and that's going to be 11 hit points as it attacks you with a sword.
Okay.
And the fellow in the back starts casting a spell and also seems to produce a spiritual weapon, which you know because you've seen Lilith do it many times. I'm going to use this as a token just so it doesn't get too confusing with Lilith's. Okay. And that's going to be, we'll say it's next to Lilith. Is that too far?
I can do it 60 feet. I don't know if he has more.
Mm, yeah, he can't quite. So he'll move up first before he does it. Oop, fucking no. And Dari, do you want to roll an attack for that?
4.
Okay. So that's pretty sure that's going to miss. And then he will cast. He will also cast a sacred flame on Lilith. So Ida, do you want to roll a dex save?
Yes. Oh.
Oh,
Ooh, okay. Why don't you roll for yourself for the sacred flame just to get the damage?
7.
Okay, so that's 7 points for you. All right, I think that's everybody on the screen. And now you're going to hear some shouting from where Rua and Neely saw what appears to have been a slave. And you see a number of what appear to be goblins start crawling out of the hole they were in. And it is Cracker's turn. We'll finish off with Cracker and Charlotte and then take our break. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so Cracker is raging, and I just want to have a movement question. If I go through Zenith and come out here, I'm only taking a 5 foot around. I'm trying to get like here.
Well, you can't go through any
Okay.
of the enemies, so you'd have to
No.
go all the way around them.
And I have enough movement speed to do that. Would I trigger opportunity attacks if I go here?
It depends on how close you get to them.
So if I'm like, hold on. So I was here. And I'm assuming I'm on the other side of this giant rock. I'm not like on the
Y-
rock. So
Yeah, I assume you're in front
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can't go there. You'd have to go there. You'd have to
Yeah.
go. So this is already adjacent. So you'd have to go there. And then
Yeah. I have enough
here.
movement. It's just a matter of, is that okay if I go all the way? Yeah, I got loads of movement. Got like 80 feet.
Why do you have 80 feet?
I'm hasted and I have 40.
I thought, oh, Laura, you hasted her, Cracker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you hasted yourself. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, then I will get to here in
Okay.
that roundabout way.
Okay. Yeah, you
Okay.
guys all watch as Cracker just starts doing these massive circles.
Run
Okay.
around like a maniac. Okay.
Like a chicken with its head cut off.
Kind of. And I want to try to drop this one right away because it's already injured. So I get 3 attacks. So here's my first attack. Oh, that's great. Here's my second attack. Also super great. And here's my third attack. 25
Yeah, that'll get through.
for 12.
Yeah, that'll be enough to finish him off.
Oh, he was up for a long time. And that's all I can do.
Okay.
Oh, nice. He's dead. Is the space here connected, or is there a gap?
There's a gap.
Lovely. I shall Misty Step.
Okay.
Bloop.
Which is the
So
wrong
move.
spell, but that's fine.
Oopsie. Hang on. There we go. Misty Step. So I'll move here. And then
We'll say you have to be sort of down here though, because that's an obstacle, which will put you adjacent to this guy.
Wait, what? Really? Oh, hang on. How far can I
Well,
go?
actually, technically, you're teleporting, so you can climb up there. It's fine.
Okay.
You're
Cool.
like 5 feet higher than everybody else up there. And Cracker just sort of ran up and down.
Oh, sure, whatever. And then I'll frostbite someone. I don't care who.
Well, pick one.
The closest one to me.
Okay.
Frostbite.
Okay. Roll 2 d20s.
Oh my gosh. He's got
Mhm.
disadvantage, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Ugh. And then
Okay.
I'll move. I'm gonna run.
No effect, obviously. Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Down here.
All right. On that frustrating note. Okay, it's 10:31. Shall we all take a 10-minute break?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Excellent. Okay.
Alrighty.
See ya.
See ya.
Hi. We hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here.
hold
my
earrings. Here, hold my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
Okay, so we are beginning again, and we are at the top of the order, so it is Lilith's turn.
Yes. I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna attack.
You've got a choice of 3 of them. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one closest to Zinnis.
Zinnies. Excellent. Okay.
Oh, 10.
Yep.
That didn't happen.
That doesn't even land on the armor. It just sort of shoots right over her head.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me think. I can move. I'm gonna cast my sacred flame on this one. I think I reach him. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, he reached you, so yeah.
Yes.
It's the battle of the sacred flames.
Yes. Does he have 2 saves?
He does
one?
not.
No. He saved anyway. It is 19.
He doesn't need no stinking second save.
He doesn't. Okay.
All
and
right.
then I'm just gonna move over there because I
Okay.
don't want to have the.
Yep. Fair enough. So just as a reminder to Byleth and Lilith and anybody else sheltering behind anything, you'll have full cover behind these things, presumably. But also you can't see or target anybody without stepping out of the shadow of the protection. Okay, very good. Well done, Ida. Zinise.
Yes, I'm going to misty step
Yeah, get out of there. That's crazy.
to here.
Okay.
Move a little bit more.
Yes.
And cast Firebolt at this one.
Ugh. Honestly.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Nice.
But I put them all nice and clumped together. You could have fireballed them. All right.
I couldn't because I misty stepped.
Yes. Right. Sorry. Okay, excellent. You got a crit on your fire bolt for 20 points. I'm sorry. Which one was it, did you say?
The one
The
in
middle?
front of Cracker.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Well done. So that's 20 points. Oof. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yep, that's right. It's an attack roll. Okay, very good. And I guess that's your turn, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Byleth. Yvonne, can you put like a little symbol on your token just so I know you're hasted?
Oh, yes.
Remind me,
Yep.
if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. I think they've got boots or anything's fine. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, Byleth.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, innocent open-minded, loving, inclusive Byleth.
Thanks so much. Uh-huh. I'm
Deceptive
thinking
hypocrite.
about
What? No, sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm so sorry.
that's not me. I'm gonna go here and
People listening to the cast are just like, why is he so mean to her all the time? If only they knew.
I don't think a fireball would be even possible, right?
Huh?
If I didn't want to hit Cracker.
It's definitely hard to avoid Cracker and you at the same time. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
I mean, if you can
That's
if you
true.
can show me a way to do it, I'm happy to do it for you.
That's a good.
It might get both of you, actually.
um.
You got a twofer.
Well,
But you're both resistant, so
yeah, but Violet isn't that reckless, I guess. So.
see. And
Yeah.
that's why no one will ever remember you.
Oh my gosh. What?
Also from a movie, not quite as old as A Bronx Tale, but pretty old, so no additional comments, thank you.
Mhm.
Still want a Brad Pitt.
Oh. I'm just going to try to kill this. Wait, the injured one with Toll the Dead.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take this.
Okay.
2 damage.
And he gets 2 saves.
Oh no. To wisdom. I thought. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So
7.
he's going to take the whopping 2 points of damage.
I look at him.
Bong. And the sound of the bells from the Toll the Dead spell reverberate throughout the chamber. They're amplified by the echoing nature of it. You'd think with all that space and the stalactites and stalagmites and rubble and everything, it would kind of get soaked up. But somehow the hardness of the actual material from whence the cavern is carved seems to help spread the sound waves.
Oh, right.
And well done, Byleth. Yay!
Yeah. I'm just trying to bring malice.
Yeah, ring the alarm bells for
I'm
everybody. Well
actually
done.
chaotic evil.
You are chaos. There's definitely elements of
I've been
evil and
hiding it from you.
chaos. Yeah.
um, sorry guys. I'm gonna
When the
go back
police,
again.
when the reporter interviews the police investigator, and the investigator says, "Well, we did find the bodies of 32 chopped up people and 2 dogs and a cat in the freezer in the basement." It was a bit of a surprise to most of the people who lived nearby, but some friends who were close said, in retrospect, the signs were all there.
I would never kill animals.
That's true. The 34 people, definitely.
No, no.
They were all bald.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Okay. All right. Byleth runs back behind the collapsed stone pillar for protection.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Neil,
do a thumbs up to
thumbs
Lulu.
up. Okay. Yeah. You can use a free item interaction to do like a little high five or something.
High five.
All right. Okay. Mealy, who is blade singing, so she's whirling her is it a long sword? Short
Right
sword?
now it's a dagger because it's shielded. I need to activate it to be a short sword.
Okay.
And I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
not quite as impressive with like just a dagger. It's just like
No, it's not. So I am going to. Do I have to kind of step up to see them, or can I see them from where I'm standing? The ones in front of Cracker.
I'll say it's a straight line if you want,
Okay. I'm gonna take a step
which
up.
works both ways.
Yep. I'm gonna just take a step up, and I'm gonna do another fire. Yeah, fireball. Yes, I'm gonna do a firebolt at the one that's injured in front of Cracker.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, that's going to land.
And I guess I can see the goblins coming.
Sure. At least a couple of them.
Yeah.
We'll say the ones on the stairs you can't see yet.
No, but I can see that some more are coming. So I am going to also cast kinetic jaunt to get a little bit more speed. Let's see, I have
Okay.
to pause it. There you go.
Kung Fu jump.
Yep. Wada! And I'm gonna move over. No, I'm not gonna move. I didn't see the sacred weapon.
Whoops.
Oops. Well, I can move 50 feet now, so I guess I moved 5, and then I can move like 45 more. So I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
But this is raised, so I can't see them now. Or
well, I said it's 5 feet, so
I can see the top of the heads.
unless you're like 4'11", which you could be if you wanted to be, but somehow if you say you're 4'11", I'm going to remember that and it'll come back on you somehow.
Yeah.
And you could save everybody's life if only you could reach that potion of greater healing on the top shelf. You're all out of kinetic jaunt and there's not a footstool in sight. Well done. Okay.
I'm also gonna
sorry.
have Rua. Yeah, I forgot about Rua. He can do, let's see, 45. He's gonna do a flyby to give Cracker the advantage on the guy when she attacks. So
Excellent.
he's gonna.
Can you post flyby again? I know you've done it, but
Yep, I can. Let's see, flyby.
thank you.
There you go.
All right. Excellent. Okay. It's the Asmodeus worshippers and their slaves' turn. Okay. Well, it would be obvious to go after Cracker, but Cracker is not exactly what you call a soft target. Whereas Byleth is. And although they don't know exactly where you are, they will run around the corner and try to corner Byleth. And we'll say that these two can get there. Yep. Well, not because of Byleth specifically, but just because you're there. And what's the distance? 35, 35, 30, 30. But I don't need to go 30. I only need to go 25. All right. This one up there is going to start casting a spell. And no one's going to cast counter spell. Just checking. Okay. Nope. Sorry. Yvonne, would you roll a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. My favorite. Oh, sorry, I have advantage on. Sorry.
Not that that did you any good.
Nope.
And you suddenly feel like your whole body has gone into a rictus. Does the haste stop any spells related to restraining people?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you are now frozen in place. Speed is doubled, AC gain advantage on dex saving throws. Yep, so you don't have any advantage on wisdom saves or affected by that. So you are now essentially held at the end of each of your turns. You can attempt another wisdom saving throw to break the spell. Otherwise, it'll last for a minute. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the first one, but if you can keep track of it for us, that would be great. Number of turns, that is. And as a result, these guys are all free to run. Oh, right. I totally forgot. Charlotte's right there. Look at that. Okay.
No.
Yes.
Stay away.
Okay, so this one's not gonna get there, but he's gonna be close enough that he can. You know what? We'll do that. Down a little bit closer. And this one, let's see. Yeah, why not? Does the bonus action to attack also apply to the spiritual weapon moving? I can't remember.
You can move it and attack with it, but as a bonus action.
Right, okay. So, yeah, because once the spell's cast, then it's just a bonus action to move and attack. It doesn't require, there's no spell casting involved. So let's have an attack roll. Daria, would you like to roll an attack roll?
But can you attack when you use the spell?
Yeah, I think casting if you want to post it again, I think casting it is the spell. But then after that, you just use your bonus action to move and attack. That's the whole point of spiritual weapon, is that you basically increase your action economy.
But I can only use the cantrips.
No, well, let me just double check.
But it cast it last round, not this round.
Yeah, once you the first time you cast it, you can only use cantrip, but after that you can do anything. If you've been doing it wrong, I apologize, but you can.
Okay.
It's only the first round because you're casting the spell. After that, you just have. There's no concentration requirements, so technically you can have a concentration spell. Okay.
Okay.
So, sorry, was that 25 feet or 20 feet? It was 15 feet, so it'll be close enough to Charlotte. So, yeah, Daria, would you like to roll the attack roll?
14.
All right. And that's going to attack with the proficiency bonus and the wisdom bonus. So, Charlotte's armor class is
15 with mage armor.
okay. So it's going to hit.
Ah,
Are you going to use shield again?
um,
Use shield. Do you have shield?
I have shield. Okay, sure. I'll use shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to. Remember, shield might not work.
That's fine. It's until the end of the turn, so.
It is until, and it's
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea because there's two other guys. So, okay.
It's number
So
20 armor class.
your armor class is now 20. Uh, and that's a 14. Now, unfortunately, that is still going to hit.
No.
Yeah. Ida, would you mind rolling the damage through the spell?
Sure.
Thanks.
6.
All right. So that's 6
Ouch.
points. And let's have Laura and Yvonne roll an attack each with advantage for these two dwarves that ran up to Charlotte.
Gulp. Mm.
So against the 20, both of those are going to miss. So that's good. This one is attacking Zanice. Sophie, do you want to roll that attack roll? Just one to 20.
10.
Okay. Armor class there, Daria?
11.
11. Yeah, so that's going to land. And we'll call that 7 points. And then these two will attack Byleth with advantage each. Okay. Ida and Yvonne.
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Oof.
ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so I think your armor class is what again?
Mm,
16? 15?
with shield it's 17, and I think I'd
Which-
use shield.
Okay. Unfortunately, with the 17 armor class, they're still going to get through, both of them. Yes. So that'll be 14 points total
Alright.
as you get stabbed.
But I've used shield now, right?
Yeah, because you don't know. You just know that without shield, they'll definitely hit. You don't know that the shield will stop them. You can cast the
Okay.
spell, but it may not stop them.
I need to roll concentration checks.
Thank you.
This.
Yes. What are you concentrating on?
On haste.
Oh, haste. Right. Yes.
I mean, it's from the waste of time, but it's still concentration, right?
It's still a spell. Yeah, you're casting the spell from the device.
Okay.
Thank you. That's 2
Is it
checks.
intelligence?
It's Constitution should be.
It's constitution. Okay. Then. Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
I mean the first one already failed, so
Yeah. I just wanted to roll dice.
if you would like, you can roll a lot more attack dice for everybody else. Luckily we've got a whole bunch of other guys showing up here, so there's going to be more dice to roll.
Yay.
Let's see. Let's see. Oop. Oh, what happened? Oh, what? No, I don't want the weather report.
What?
I don't know. I accidentally hit tab and then something. Now I'm stuck in a weather report. I mean, to be fair, there was a hurricane yesterday here, but
Oh.
yeah, I know. Seriously, somebody's house was destroyed.
Wow.
That's insane.
It really is. And we don't even really live in that area, but it's happened once almost every other year now. Okay, now we go. There's a picture of a tree in through their living room, through the second floor bedroom, living room, and across their car. You gotta feel bad for those people. I mean, that's not how you want to spend your Sun. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but okay. Oh, they're faster than I thought. Okay, so I guess all of these guys can basically run up to the closest person who happens to be the simpleton. Sorry. Technically, this one's sharing the same space as the spiritual weapon. Okay. So maybe I'll just do it this way, in fact, just to make it a little bit clearer. But that's their action as well.
They're here to save me, right?
Yes, absolutely. They're here to welcome you into their as slaves.
Oh,
All right.
yay.
Yay. All right, Cracker.
Well, I'm just gonna roll that wisdom saving throw.
Good luck.
Of 5.
Hey.
And away we go. See ya. Keep
How
going.
come your wisdom save is +0?
Well, because it's 0. Just.
I thought you said you had your
Oh, yeah, I have a -1. I don't know.
You've got to have a -1 somewhere.
Yeah. It's on my sheet. Everything looks okay in that respect.
Well, just re-enter the number.
Where?
Well, you got a 9, right?
I have an 8.
An 8. Okay. So just type the 8.
I
type over the 8.
Still there.
And then roll it again.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it doesn't go
Huh.
below 0. Maybe.
Oh, it does.
It does. It
Yep.
I don't know
definitely
why.
does.
Just see.
Can
There, -1.
Okay.
You can see in the
Well, it
strat
says
there.
it's funny because it says. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. It has like on the sidebar, it has wisdom -1 with an 8 underneath it, but on my saving throws, it's 0 on that part, and I don't know why.
can it have to do something to do with like proficiencies, bonuses, and stuff like that?
No, it wouldn't be +1 though. If first of all, barbarian's not going to be proficient in wisdom saves. I'll take a look at it later.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Carly.
Okay. I'm gonna miss a step again, I guess. Yeah.
Another spell slot used.
Yeah. Well, I'm surrounded. Oops.
It does say +0.
So
Okay.
up here. Bloop. And then I'll frostbite. This one.
Okay.
Frostbite. Oh, it's an advantage, right, isn't it?
So frostbite is a save. Yes, they have advantage.
Okay, he got a 6.
Okay. Well, in that case, it doesn't really matter. So it does 6 points. Sorry, which one did you say it was?
The one who's damaged.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm gonna run even further.
All right. Yeah, he looks like he's on his last couple of bits of blood. Okay. Well done. All right, Lilith.
Yes. I won't be able to see my spiritual weapon from here, right?
Your spiritual weapon.
There.
No. Yeah. You can't see it from there, I'd say. It's a bit too far.
Okay. Yes.
You seem to have an inherent +1 to wisdom for some.
Can't find it either. I'm just watching it go through.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything to change it.
Force it in the saves.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on this one.
Okay. The one next to you.
Yes.
All right. 2 rolls, please.
2. Oh, 2?
Yeah, it saves with advantage.
Oh.
I don't think that's gonna save, so I think that's gonna land. All right. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. And you're gonna stay there then?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Can't really get anywhere.
Yeah, I see somebody's already sizing up a fireball.
Mhm.
All right, Daria.
I'm going to cast Mind Sliver at this one.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, he doesn't save with advantage, but the 20 is gonna work. That 17
Okay,
would anyway, so yeah.
I'm gonna cast as a bonus action.
Oh, did I
Mind
make a
Whip.
mistake? Oh, they should all save with advantage. Oops. All the saves are with advantage. I apologize.
Yay.
And I'm gonna bonus action Mind Whip him.
Fantastic, yay. All right, yes. You should be happy.
Mhm.
Tougher opponents mean more XP.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, isn't that lucky that I realized that I made a mistake and we caught it and you got advantage on that save. Boy, phew, that would have been terrible.
But does he still need to make a concentration check?
If it doesn't land, then no. Unless the spell
It's
says
half
you have
damage.
to. Oh, it's half damage? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Well, in
it's a
that case,
spell.
he does. Yep. Go ahead and roll his con.
Only 1 or 2?
Technically, it's not a saving throw. It's a concentration check. We use con saves, but so I'll say just 1.
11.
11. 8 it's 10 plus 8, right? Is how it works.
I think so.
Yep. So he's gonna. I guess he'll lose the spiritual weapon. Well, no, he doesn't.
No,
No, it's not
it's
the.
not
It's the
10
whole
plus 8.
person. Huh?
But it's not 10 plus 8. It's half the damage or above 10.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Half the damage. So he will make that one then.
Yeah.
And the whole person still holds, technically. Thank you very much, Henrietta. Okay. Anything else for Zanice? I should know that. I apologize.
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, Byleth.
Yeah. That's
Somebody
me.
was that is you. Somebody was sizing up a fireball.
Uh-huh.
I think if you
Mhm.
cast here, you can get Rua
Um
or
That's
It's
Ivy.
Ivy.
Ivy. Yeah, yeah. Well, that makes
I was thinking
even
about
more sense.
would it be possible to let Ivy go first and fly away into the
But it
night?
wouldn't be as much fun.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I
Go.
I do have another, but
That's fine.
maybe this way it is much safer.
Go for it.
Hee hee. Thanks so much.
You're already getting poop in
Um,
your hat from Hattie.
yeah. Okay, so I guess maybe all the way onto this rock, watching, having popcorn.
I just imagine like when you guys are all sleeping and if all the familiars have been summoned and not dismissed, they're all just like hanging out, bitching about you, like
Yeah.
like employees in the break room.
That's kind of cute though.
She might think she has 18 intelligence, but she's a real see you next Tuesday.
um,
Like
Okay,
Roger from American
so like
Dad.
this.
Okay.
Yeah. Take this. For 29. Oh god. I don't know. Maybe then top to bottom and from left to right?
Well,
The same?
let's keep
Or
it simple. All the
I'm scared.
kobolds are flash fried.
Okay.
All that's left is just their chains that are half melted now, and a pile of
Mhm.
bones. One of them has. You hear a slight. You hear like the sound of the chains falling, and you see a glint of what you think might be a silver tooth, just melted in a little slag on one of the piles of ash. So you can roll with advantage for the two.
What did you call me?
It's not always about you, Sophie.
um,
You're the best,
the
Sophie. I love you.
spiritual weapon
You're
doesn't
terrific.
have.
There's
It
no,
doesn't
there's
have hit
no.
points, right?
Yeah, it's not actually a
Um.
creature.
Then I guess for the first one, that is two. Like, oh god, the one above.
Okay.
The one below.
Okay. So the one above is going to save, and the second one is not. So
Ha.
that's 14 points. Yeah, on fuego, as they would say. The second one, I think the second one's going to be finished. Yeah, the second one's flash fried regardless. Well done.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, you're staying there. Okay.
I can't move, I guess.
Mealy.
Yes. I'm gonna step out and I am going to hit the priest with a magic missile.
Right. Three of
Let's
them.
see. 3 of them. Magic missile, where are you? Oh, there you are. Pew, pew,
Wow.
pew.
Okay. 3 concentration checks.
Yes. 1 to 3.
Well, definitely fails. And that's 14 points of damage total. Well done. Smart thinking. And Cracker is no longer held,
Great.
so she can move on the next turn. One sec. Sorry, just can't seem to shake this cough. Okay. Very good. Anything else from Mealy?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asmodeus worship. Yeah, it's their turn again. Spiritual weapon's not affected by that spell, so he will move it. It moves 20 feet, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll put it next to Byleth, nice and close. And roll that attack. Why don't you roll that attack there, Henrietta?
Okay. 7.
Okay, that's going to miss wildly. He will, however, recast his whole person on Cracker.
Counterspell.
All right, finally someone uses counterspell. Well done. I shouldn't have told you what he was going to do, but okay. He's obviously frustrated by that, but he will move to be next to Zanice and his colleague, fellow fanatic. This guy will attack Zanice with advantage. Sophie, do you want to roll that one?
Sure. 11.
With advantage, please.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
3.
3. Okay, but actually, with the 11, I think is sufficient, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so that'll be 7 points. Daria and Ida, would you each roll with advantage against Byleth?
Are they recklessly attacking or something? Since they have
No.
advantage?
Well, I mean, would you know? I don't know.
Well, I've seen Cracker do it a lot of times.
They don't look like they're recklessly attacking. It looks almost like the opposite. They're kind of standing very close together. They seem to be very well coordinated.
Mm.
These guys
I'm
have been on.
going to use shield
Huh?
again.
You're
Shield.
going to use shield again. Okay.
Mhm.
So your armor class now is 20, did you say?
17.
17. One of them is going to get through. And actually, now that I think about it, this one's also going to move forward and attack you. And it's not going to move next to Lilith because Lilith looks a little bit tough.
That's
So
an 8 from the portent. Don't attack me.
Okay, all right. So that one's going to be an 8. Okay, so one of them's going to get through for 7 points. Hold on. I think that's it for those guys. And you hear some running from the stairs. And you see a couple of more slaves. They look a little bit different. There's some slightly skinnier ones. One that looks a little bit more well decked out, and another one that looks like he gets to the gym a lot. And 2 of these guys, they both seem to be carrying whips of some sort. Everybody get those?
Yep.
All right.
Quick question. Am I still hasted?
Nope.
Nope.
Unfortunately not.
You're just you, all natural.
Oh, natural.
Yep. I think that's everybody. Right. Okay. Very good. Okay. Tough guy.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on behind that rock because I can't see it. So I'm going to go help Zanice.
Well, you can hear Violet shouting, "Shield! No! Oh my God!
Portent!
You got
missed.
a feeling!"
Well, okay. I'm going here.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Yvonne's
recklessly attack.
actually bald in real life, so she's like kind of passive aggressively taking it out on Laura.
No! I love bald people, I swear. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I
Bit
think the
late for
person most
that.
sensitive was curious.
Oh. Yeesh. I made an enemy today.
I'm not bald. I've got a full head of hair,
We don't know.
thankfully.
We don't know.
No, I really am not. I've got my dad was bald, and thankfully it follows the mother's genes.
Yeah.
No, I've got a full head of hair. I've got a nice head of hair.
Luscious hair.
No, it's not luscious because it's too thick. It's so thick that when I was younger, you could put a book on top of my head and it wouldn't sink down far enough to touch my head.
Oh, no.
So I have to keep it short, otherwise I literally overheat. It's like wearing one of those bearskin rugs, like the Beefeater guards. Yeah, I can't have long hair. It just, I look like a mushroom in hot weather. It just like a dandelion, just like puffs out. Anyway, enough about me. Why are we talking about me? Yvonne, sorry.
Okay. So, second question. Can I have advantage on both attacks because I also am flanking?
Sorry, why So the first one is
So,
reckless? Is that
yep.
what you're doing?
First one's
Okay.
reckless. Second one is flanking.
Can you put up reckless again?
Yeah, hold on.
So I'd say that it's the first attack for both of those because the whole point of the advantage is you're surprising them by flanking.
Okay.
Do you know what I
And
mean?
I'm also raging. Yeah.
But reckless is the turn, not just the first attack.
When you make your first attack on your
You
turn,
decide if the attack is reckless, but it also says that doing so gives you advantage on melee
Oh, yeah,
weapons
you're right.
attacks rolls using strength during this turn.
Yep. Full turn. I know we've gone over this a billion times.
Yeah.
We always have the same argument. I don't know. Then I give advantage to Zenise for her turn, right?
during this turn. Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, you don't. Yeah, in that case, they're all
Yeah.
with advantage. Okay.
And they're advantaging me anyway. And does this then mean Zenise gets the advantage on her turn? Just so I understand flanking.
Well, there's not like a really good hard rule about this.
Okay.
Everybody, flanking is an optional rule technically in D&D. Fifth edition, there isn't an actual. It's not part of the core rules, but it is written as an optional rule, and there's different versions of flanking as well.
Right.
I usually say
you cut out at the beginning of saying flanking, and I can't stop laughing. Sorry. It sounded like something else.
Oh, sorry. I've got a mint in my mouth, which I don't normally do, but I absolutely need it. Otherwise, I'd just be coughing.
It's all right.
So normally, the way we do it, the way I do it, I should say, is whoever shows up second, because the whole idea is you surprise somebody, right? Back in the old days, the flanking was to the person who came up behind. It's basically like what what we used to call thieves did backstabbing, and they did extra damage because they would sneak up behind somebody who was obviously looking in the wrong direction. And that's where you got the advantage from. Yeah, I'll let you choose who gets the advantage. Sure. In this case, I'll let you do it. Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, so
If she
one
wants,
swing
but
at
she has to
me.
use a melee attack, or well,
Oh,
if you
okay.
use a ranged spell attack, you can negate the disadvantage from using a ranged attack. So, okay, 19 and 18. Yes, they'll both connect. So that's 10, 17 points.
With terrible damage. Okay.
Let me get that on the board. Nice. Okay. Can you edit that reckless attacks somehow so that
It's clear. Yeah.
I mean, it's written, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it, but we obviously keep going over this. So,
Yep.
Thank goodness we have Henrietta. Okay, well done. Okay, Sophie.
Okay, so
You're like way off by yourself.
I know these guys. Do they all look like slaves?
So some of them look like they're slaves. That's an excellent question. Chains, baggy pants, no shoes, no socks. Whether or not they actually are slaves, you don't know for sure. And then there's two of these guys who look like the dwarves, like the rest of them, but they're both carrying whips.
Okay.
And they're in the back. They're at the stairs, so technically, I put them on the board just so I knew that they were there. But they're not targetable directly.
Are they armed, even with like magic missile or something?
You'd have to be able to see them. You can't see them yet.
Bugger.
But a fireball goes around corners, so they would be targetable by fireball.
Mm. Mm.
Did you say
Why
something?
can't we be good? Why can't we be good? Why can't we be good? I'm fireballing them.
Oh God. Okay.
Die.
Jesus.
Oh, did I do that wrong?
No, that's fine. You'll get everybody.
No, I mean my spell isn't it supposed to show the damage or something?
Oh, yeah. What happened?
I don't know. Hang on. Like this, maybe. Yeah. Oh. God help me.
That's fine. You just need to set the thing so that it shows the description as well.
Okay.
But that's fine. Okay. 26 points. Okay, so these guys are the two skinnier ones will go down immediately, regardless. The two other goblins with chains are going to need a dex save each, and then the two dwarves will need a dex save each, and they will have advantage.
All of them, or just two of them have advantage?
The first two do not have advantage. These two.
Okay, so I'll do them.
Okay.
Yeah. 8 and 14. Sorry, 8 and 4.
Okay, so they will both fail, and that means this one will take 26 points. One will. I think this one actually is going to be finished off, just barely.
Great.
Okay.
And then I'll roll those two guys with advantage, I suppose.
That's right.
Bloop. So the first one gets an 8, and the other one gets 19.
Okay. So the first one's going to fail. The second one's going to make it, which is 13. All right. Well done.
Okay. And then I'll run away.
Okay.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Little Three Stooges action.
You think I can hop off this little platform?
Yeah, it's just stairs. You can run up the stairs.
Okay.
Or is that Zoidberg?
What's Zoidberg?
You know where he gets it from.
Who?
Three Stooges.
Who?
Oh my God. Now they are before I was born. You can look them up on YouTube.
Okay.
It's Curly, who happens to be bald. Just telling you in case, like the yogurt situation, Laura's biases have rubbed off on you.
Oh, okay. I can't let her find bald people on my search history.
They've got a category for everybody. Lilith.
Yes. Can I move here without, like, I'm still
Provoking?
in? Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna use Word of Radiance.
Okay.
Because then I can choose creatures and I won't affect Violet, right?
Yes. Within 5 feet. Yes, so you can get those two.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Well done. They'll each save.
Double, right?
Yes. Is it a con save? Yeah. Okay. 15. So the first. So there's no damage on a save. So
No.
the first one completely saves, and the second one also saves.
Yeah.
It looks very impressive, but doesn't quite get through. They are quite sturdy, being dwarves. Anything else for Lilith?
No.
Okay. Sinise?
Okay, sorry, Cracker, but I'm gonna magic missile this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
12. Well done. Yeah, he looks pretty injured.
That's it.
Okay. All right, Byleth.
Yeah. I want to Misty Step out. Bye. This is behind the pillar, right? Or in front of it. So I could Misty Step there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
Peace out.
Peace out. We have Toll the Dead.
I feel like Laura would be a very beautiful singer, like an angelic voice,
Oh my god,
That's
gorgeous.
lovely.
like really hitting those
Um,
high notes.
Thank you. I was in a choir for some time. Anyway, I
See? Well, I was right.
hmm?
I was right. Yeah. Well done.
I wanna. Can I take my crossbow? No. Yeah. Doch. Oh, my crossbow out, or is that too much?
No, it's like a
Is the
free
feeling?
item interaction, and then
Okay.
shoot it. Yeah, you can do all
Yes.
that.
Can I shoot it at them, or
Sure.
would that be complicated? Okay. Ha.
I'm not gonna say like there's disadvantage with the guys in front. It's just too hard to keep
Mhm.
track of it.
Okay.
So maybe like
Uh,
this guy, the uninjured one, you can't reach, right? Because
okay.
all right.
Well,
Well,
it
that
doesn't hit. I'm not as good as Charlotte.
ding.
I need to
Yeah.
take lessons. And then I'm gonna leave further to here.
Okay.
Or maybe here.
Okay.
I don't know. Wait. That'll be fine.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Neely.
Yes. I think the tracker has that sorted, so I am going to, and Denise, of course. I'm going to run over here and shoot the firebolt at the one in front of Denise.
Okay.
Firebolt.
Oh yeah.
24.
Yeah, that's gonna connect. 20 points total. Yep.
Yes,
Anything
and
else?
that's it. No, I think I'm gonna have her do a flyby on the guy in front of Cracker
Okay.
and give advantage on next attack.
Okay. So that'll be just on the first attack.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Although there is an advantage opportunity, I think this guy's still going to focus on Zenise because Zenise was the one who also obviously counterspelled the priest. So let's have him attack with advantage. Let's Ida roll that. Would you roll that, please?
Yes.
Okay.
14.
Okay. I think that's going to connect, unless Zenise is doing anything. Oh, Zenise doesn't have
Hellish
shield.
rebuke.
Hellish
I have
rebuke.
shield.
Okay. All right. Post it.
Oh. 10 damage.
Okay.
And saves.
Yes.
15.
Oh, is that enough? I think that's going to get through, actually. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he gets hit by it. You see fire just going up everywhere. And it burns out quickly because it is mostly metal armor. Well done. What's he going to do? I guess he's going to use the spiritual weapon first. And
my damage.
sorry? Your damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you remind me what it is again?
He attacked me.
This guy did.
And I hellish rebuke him, and you didn't give me the damage.
Oh, sorry. 7.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for being honest. I totally lost track. And Daria, would you roll the attack with the spiritual weapon on Lilith?
Can he see that?
That's a good question. Can he? Yes, he has to move.
Because I couldn't see mine because of the
Okay.
rock.
Yeah, but you're definitely blocked off, right? He's arguably not really blocked off. I mean, if he moves around over there, I think he can see it. Wouldn't you agree?
Okay.
I don't know, but didn't Mealy didn't he lose his concentration on that, or was that another spell?
Yeah, that was the hold person. Spiritual weapon's not a concentration spell.
Ah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's very, very useful. You basically can't get rid of it unless you want to use dispel magic.
That's true.
Also, you can't have 2 concentration spells usually. So I'd say from this angle, it looks like he should be able to see it, right? I mean, maybe not.
You wouldn't be able to see what he's attacking, though. Maybe.
Okay. So does everybody agree if he steps out there, he can see it?
Yeah, like Cracker said, he can see the weapon, but he can't see Lilith, who's he is supposed to attack.
Okay, all right. So he'll step out there. Daria, is Anise wielding a weapon?
I already used my
Reaction. Yes. Okay, so that's not going to make any difference then. So I guess he can see it, but he won't be able to do a lot with it unless he climbs up on. I guess he can climb up there. So he started here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he has to stop there. Okay, we'll move that 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 there. And I guess you cast another spell. What spell should he cast? Sorry. Well, I guess he'll just stick with the hold person again. The other ones are a little bit too complicated in this situation. Well, I say that, but you don't necessarily know. Does anybody want to counterspell him? Going once, going twice? No. Okay. Let's have Cracker roll that wisdom save one more time.
Can I give inspiration?
Yes. Well done. Yeah, use your inspirations, guys. For sure.
Ooh, 17 on the
All
first
right.
one.
Yeah, so that's going to avoid the hold, surprisingly. Well done. So that's going to be his whole turn, I think. We've already done this one. We haven't done any of the ones around Lilith. So they'll move over and go to Pound Town. Let's have 3 attack rolls with advantage. Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura.
Oh, sorry. That was just one.
That's okay. I think one of them, so your armor class is 20? 19?
Yes.
20.
20.
Okay. So I think two of the first two are going to connect. So that'll be 14 points total.
I want to use my reaction against the first one, I guess.
Okay, to do what?
My Wrath of...
Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, Wrath of the Storm.
He tasks me. He tasks me and I shall have him. Okay. Can you... Yep. Okay, so that's a dex save for him.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 17, so I think that's going to save. So he'll take 3 points. 23. Okay, total. All right. Okay. Oh, wrong spell. You guys can't see me pulling up the spells, right?
No.
Okay. Not that there's a problem if you do, but I just want to double check something. Okay. And we've got a bunch of, I guess you can call them slaves and other, well, one slave. Is this, he can't get between the two of you. So he'll run to Byleth. Okay. Say these two end up here and then another. Can't quite get there, can they? This one's trying to get to Sophie, or rather Charlotte. This one's trying to get to Byleth. I think he doesn't quite get there either. Okay. Actually, you know what? They're not going to move the full distance. They'll go back to where they were. You watch as these two suddenly they speak a few words that most of you recognize as being spells, and they increase to 9 feet tall each, with corresponding increase in girth. All right, Cracker.
Okay. Cracker with advantage from Rua takes, thank you, by the way, takes a swing.
Okay.
Oh, double 12s.
12 and 12.
24.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You're so great.
Maths.
And a second swing, 21.
When you add two things that shouldn't be added together, it's maths. Yeah, ironically, the second one actually connects. Well done. And that's gonna finish him off.
Great.
Okay. Are you gonna move?
Well, yeah, I kind of want to pressure this guy, so I'm gonna go right up to him.
Okay. If you get up to on top of the stone, I'd say that normally we don't keep track of this, but since it's there, might as well say it's an advantage versus you're
Sounds
fighting
good.
from underneath. Okay. Charlotte.
Okay. I'll magic missile the one next to Byleth.
Okay.
Too many spells. Pew. Pew. Pew.
Okay. All 3 bolts of energy land in his chest and neck, and he topples over sideways.
Oh my god, I just noticed the giants. I'm gonna keep running over here.
Yeah, they don't really make any noise when they grow. They just kind of... It's not like a Japanese anime.
Or a certain video game. A certain video game with mushrooms.
Oh, right. What does I forget what sound does he make when he does that?
It's like, I don't know, like bloop, 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 or something. Yeah, something like that.
That's I love it. I love it. Okay. Lilith.
Yes, I'm gonna dash.
All right.
Or can I? No, I can't dash. I can disengage, right? Then it's my
You
usual speed.
yeah, or you could dash. You'll just provoke a bunch of opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay. All right.
I just want to.
Is your movement 40 or 35?
Oh, 35, sorry.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. All right. Yes, you disengage, you bug out of there. Nice. And you can see your spiritual weapon again, so that's good.
Yes.
All right, Zanice.
I'm going to cast bonus action magic missile level 2 on the priest.
Okay.
Pew, 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 and pew.
Okay. So that was 12 points.
Yes.
All right. Yes, and he collapses. He didn't have any spells
Then
outstanding. Yeah.
Then
okay.
I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Do I see the giants from here?
You can see them everywhere.
And I'm gonna cast firebolt at this one.
Okay.
19.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Lands square in the chest, sets his beard on fire. Okay. Everybody okay to continue for a few more minutes while we finish the round?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Byleth?
I'm gonna flee to here.
That's such a great word. We don't use it often enough.
Yeah. And then, what do I want to do? I want to mind spike that one, I guess. Oh no, wait, they do have advantage probably. Then I'm just going to use a chromatic orb on
Okay.
this one, with fire damage. Why not? Take this. Oh my,
All
what
right.
is it? Oh.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
3
look at
take
points.
this. 3 damage.
big
Woo.
spender. Ooh, yeah.
I'm going all out.
They heard your
Um,
bald comments and they said,
True.
not
Oh
today.
no. It's personal at this point. Well, that's it. I did some damage.
How to win friends and influence people. Okay. All right.
That's okay. Do the duergar have metal armor?
In fact, they do.
Yes. Then I am going to run down here, do shocking grasp.
Oh, I thought you were going to use lightning bolt.
I don't have that yet. I'm not level 5 yet.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And it misses, so I'm gonna just see ya and
She's
go back.
so bitter about that.
Yeah.
Henriette has been secretly holding it against me. I sensed it. She didn't say anything, but I've sensed it. Don't worry, you'll get there.
I'll get there. Hopefully, I died last time, so
you could have been level 9 by now if you hadn't just. All right. Anyway,
I could have.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have advantage on the attack roll.
Oh,
Did you roll with
I forgot that.
advantage?
No,
That was
I
the whole
didn't.
point of it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But it
Oh,
still didn't work.
I think in real life, this like dice gods kind of said, "Yeah, you forgot about
Yeah.
it, so it doesn't count."
Yeah.
You managed to successfully electrify this guy's beard, and the static cling makes it all sort of stand up. And he momentarily has to be distracted while he pats his beard down.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the good news is these guys are super big, and although they don't move any faster than they did, they now move more when they walk or run. And this one's not quite going to get there. And these two will also run up. And this one will stop short and also go massive. Okay. So let's have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks on melee with advantage each. So that'll be Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, 2 dice rolls each. Okay, the first one's going to miss. Second one's going to hit.
Sorry.
Third one's going to hit. Fourth one's going to be a crit. Okay. Because they are supersized, the guess we're going kind of clockwise. Clockwise makes sense. The one that misses is a giant size one. The second one that hits is a giant size one, but it's not a crit, so that'll be 11 points. And then 7 points, and then 11 points. So what is that? 22, 29?
Probably.
Maths.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's going to be, I think that's it. There's nobody else, right? Yeah. And that's going to be their turn. Cracker and then Charlotte.
Okay. Well, I'm going to obviously see that the danger is the giants. So I'm going to run to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack this guy. Recklessly. So with advantage while raging.
Okay.
Ugh. Hey, look, double 18s.
Hey. So sorry, was it the big one? The big one?
Yep, big guy at 12
Okay.
o'clock.
Okay. That actually is going to finish him off because he was already injured. And as he dies, he shrinks back to normal size. Hopefully I can do without moving the map. There we go. Well done. So that was reckless.
Yep.
Can you type that in there because we may forget next turn? Probably won't
Want me
be
to just, like-
relevant. Yeah, just type
They
it.
haven't
Can I just do that?
advantage anyway.
Yeah, they have advantage anyway. You're right.
They had the advantage anyway.
Well, they always seem to attack with advantage, so.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do normally because they're next to each other. Okay, cool. Charlotte.
Okay. I will use Wither and Bloom. Yeah.
Okay.
And I shall use it.
I think you need to make that a spell, like a damage dealing
Oh.
spell.
I keep clicking the wrong thing. Hang on.
So it can roll damage for you.
There we go.
Okay.
Wither and Bloom. Okay.
Why is your spell save DC 13 on the description, but 14
I don't
on...
want to know. It's broken. I don't know.
Okay, all right. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Seems to be a lot of that going on today.
Been hacked.
What's your... Well, which
It is
one
14.
is it?
It's 14.
Okay.
Okay. I use it centering on Meowly, I guess. So
Each
everyone,
creature of your choice. Yep.
yep.
No, Mealy's alive, isn't she?
No, I'm dead.
You're dead?
Well, unconscious.
Oh, I didn't realize you were unconscious. I thought you were still up. Okay.
Nope.
What, again?
Well, 29 points. That's a lot for a
Okay.
puny elf.
Were you unconscious on the last attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Okay, sorry.
So yeah, those evil guys, they have to pass a Constitution save. They
Yes.
take half if they pass. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Should I just roll
With
them? Sure.
advantage, yes.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do the 2 little guys first.
Okay.
Crit success and then an 8.
Yeah, I think that's going to fail. So that's going to be 10
So
for
one
that.
takes 5, one takes 10.
Yep, perfect. We can do maths.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the two big guys.
Okay.
Yeah. 15 and crit success.
So they're both going to make it.
Yeah.
Well, you managed to get everybody, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. And if Melly wants to, she can spend a hit die to regain gain number of hit points equal to the roll plus your spellcasting modifier.
Very helpful to post it.
It's in the spell.
Oh, sorry. It's in the spell. Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Oh, that's the blooming bit. Okay.
Yep.
All
So
right.
when it says equal to the roll, does that mean my roll or the roll of her hit die?
It's one of
No.
its unspent hit. Let me just. It's the roll of your hit die.
Yeah.
It's like taking a short rest.
Okay. Plus
But
3.
Plus 3, a d6
okay.
plus 3.
Amazing.
Jesus.
Yes. But she's
Bloom, Meowly,
alive.
bloom.
I'm alive.
You watch as the little bit of color returns to her lips and her cheeks, turning her from a dusky dark to a dusky dark with a little bit of blush.
Gorgeous.
Exotic. All right. Well, sorry we ran over a little bit and that the combat continues. In the corner, you hear Pug squeeze Theodore playing a little bit of a death dirge because Muley went down. But then he stops, and the 3 drow are standing there just kind of having a conversation about, I don't know, emo haircuts. And the rest of you are doing a good job holding your own against some very tough fanatics of Asmodeus. And the poor slaves, all they ever did was their best. And of course, they're pretty much all fried, except for the one that was taking down my magic missiles. But well done, you. We shall reconvene next Sunday. I hope everybody has a lovely week, and I'll see you in 7 days.
Yes.
Thank
You
you.
too.
That was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
very
thanks.
fun.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
take care.
Bye. Take
See you guys
care.
Bye.
next week.
Bye.
See ya.